Hey everyone, welcome back to Little Shop with Nerds. I'm Mike.
Julia.
Alright, before we get this started, today during the week, we heard a famous actress died. What was her name?
Devea Chase, I think is her name. She was the voice actress for Chihiro from Spirited Away.
Lilo and Lilo and
Yes,
Stitch.
Spirited Away was actually the first video that we did for this channel. And that kind of hurt a little bit. So we just wanted to do a moment of silence for her. Since she did voice a character in one of our favorite movies. So okay.
Alright, let's get right to it. What's today's hint, Jules?
So today's hint is intense affair. I don't even remember if I said this last week in our video. But this week's hint is intense affair. And this is going to be our last video for Pride Month. Not saying that we won't be doing anymore, but this is the last one for this month.
For the year.
No, for this month.
For this month.
Yeah.
Alright, well, either way. Like I said,
The name of the movie was You Can Live Forever, and it is on Netflix.
now I have to say this, I watched it and it wasn't bad. It was okay, but half the time I was on my phone.
Yeah, it was fairly good. There were some times where I did look at my phone. But it follows a girl named Jamie.
It's really artsy. Let's just say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was at a film festival.
So I think that's why I lost interest.
Yeah, so it does take place in Canada. It's a girl named Jamie. She gets sent to somewhere in Quebec to to stay with her aunt and uncle because her dad had just passed away. And her mother her mother needed time. So we don't know how old she is at this point. We don't know if she's like 15, 16, 17. We don't know.
Or 8. Yeah, it's just, we don't know because it's unclear. But when she gets there, her aunt and I guess her uncle are religious, and
they are Jehovah's Witnesses.
The worst type of religion.
If any of you are Jehovah's Witnesses, sorry, but y'all are kind of horrible.
I don't know. I got like a couple of religion I think that's bad. Number one is Catholicism. No offense to the Catholics. If you don't like every priest being a pedophile joke, that's on you. Not saying all of them are, but 5% of it is. No offense. Then Jehovah's Witnesses, because you guys can't have fun. No booze, no birthdays, no celebrations, no Christmas. What's wrong getting on the table and then shake your ass off?
Yeah. I actually used to do some Bible studies with a couple of Jehovah's Witnesses that would come to my place. And it wasn't because like I wanted to become a Jehovah's Witness. It was nice for me to be able to like do some Bible study. And I didn't know at the time that Jehovah's Witnesses didn't celebrate like Christmas and birthday and everything. So I gave the Jehovah's Witness person a Christmas card. And she was like, oh, we don't celebrate Christmas, but she accepted it anyways. And then she brought me, like the next time she came over, like the next week, she brought over a box of chocolate-covered cherries for me to thank me for the Christmas card. So some of them are like kind of okay, and then there are some that are just horrible.
Yes, and my opinion, I think that this part was the horrible part. How can I say this? Jamie wasn't really into the religion, and I get you can see she was kind of forced to go, and but in school she made a friend. What's his name?
His name was Nate,
and he's just pretty much.
Yeah, if you guys don't understand or don't know, like, the thing with Canada is Quebec is French. A lot of people speak French there.
French.
So basically, if you don't speak French there, you're like, from what I've been told by my Canadian friends, and if any of you are in Canada and can confirm this, they basically treat you like shit if you can't talk French very well.
Pretty much like in actual France.
Because when I drove up into Canada back in 2019, the border patrol dude, he stopped me and he said hello, and then he said bonjour, and then however I answered him, that was what he would speak to me. And of course, I don't know French. Well, I know like a little bit. Like, all I can say is hello and my name is Julia in French. That's all I can say. And then like I can count to 3, and that's it.
What did you learn? High school French?
No, I did not. I did learn how to say my name is Julia from the French teacher because she was actually my tutor when we were doing like the not the graduation test, the proficiency test. Because for some reason, I mean, I kept failing math because you know what? Fuck math. But for some reason, I kept failing like the English and like the reading, and I'm like, why am I failing that? Because I'm very good at writing,
Yeah, I get
reading.
it.
So, but I learned from her in the Je m'appelle Julia is how I would say hello, or my name is Julia.
Well, I was just trying to make a joke because I think Ted made a joke because it was like there. Have you ever seen the show Ted on Peacock? It's just pretty much a prequel to the Ted movies. And Ted graduated high school with John, and he learned high school French, and he only named a few French words, and one of them was deja vu, and I'm like,
Okay, so anyways, we're getting off topic. So
had an ADHD moment.
So Nate is not a religious guy. He's not a Jehovah's Witness. Him and Jamie they smoke pot, they hang out together. People do there's a scene later where they think that Nate is her boyfriend and he's not. They're just friends because we do find out that Jamie likes girls.
And I think it was, I wouldn't say it's obvious, but I think even Nate knows that.
Like he didn't he noticed. So she goes to the meeting and she sees I don't know if he's a pastor. I don't know what they call them. The pastor of Jehovah's Witnesses, like the elder. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Anyways, she sees her. They kind of have like this like love at first sight moment.
Yep.
But she has the girl that she sees has a French boyfriend. Well, he's her boyfriend. He knows French, and I guess he's been helping her. So they become friends. Her name is Mariki. Something like that. We'll just call her Mari. But they because they start to become friends, and then they start to become closer. And Jamie is helping her, like going around to people's houses, because that's what Jehovah's Witnesses do. And eventually, after a Bible study one night, they pray, and then Mari kisses Jamie. And then that's what kind of starts their relationship. So I think Mari is still dating her boyfriend, but she is carrying on with Jamie and in this relationship that's going on.
And I don't like it because, truth be told, it feels like she's hiding.
Mm-hmm. But to be honest, though, a lot of gay people who are in a religious family do have to hide it.
And I understand that. But okay, let's get, like I said, before we get to the nitpicks, like I said, they're going on dates and they're having a good time.
They're making out. I think they've slept together a few times.
And one day they're walking home with each other and
they stop at a shop.
Then
they kiss.
Jamie's uncle saw it and saw them together, how close they were, and
I think he even saw them kiss.
and pretty much told the pastor, and her girlfriend keeps saying that don't worry about it, And and Jamie says, "Are you going to be afraid it's going to be like your mom again?" And she's like, "No, she left." And I'm like,
Yeah, Jamie was trying to get Mari to leave with her. And instead they go to the meeting. They take her to her aunt and uncle take her to the meeting, and the pastor admits, or he doesn't admit anything, but he says that Mari is going to be marrying her boyfriend the next spring.
and which, in my opinion, and they're like in high school, and I'm like, it's kind of soon, don't you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember, teens can get married with parental consent from the age of 16.
I understand that, but
I don't know what it's like in Quebec.
I know, but still, it's just still a little uncomfortable.
I know.
But even if it is a religious thing, but now people say she's not Jamie, but her girlfriend Mari thinks she's confused and all. I would understand that if it was actually confusion. Now I can understand, like, say girls and guys, they do experiment, and they don't know if they're 100% gay or they're just bi. Now I can understand if they were bi, you can,
Be with either gender.
and but either way, but I don't think Mari was confused. I think she was actually in love with Jamie, and she used her religion and her father as an excuse.
I think so too. I mean, it could also have been the case that she might have been bi.
Oh, that too.
And she just, because I mean, she does seem to like her boyfriend.
But I don't think she's.
But I think she definitely was in love with Jamie.
I think what it is she might have liked her boyfriend, but I think she was just really, really in love with, like you said, Jamie. In my opinion, I think she should just ditch the boyfriend and just gone with the person she loved.
Yeah.
But like I said, after that.
Okay, so after the meeting, Jamie goes to Mari's house. And Mari's sister Amanda opens up the door.
Don't like her.
And she says she's upstairs. Mari's father's sitting right there. He knows what's going on. She runs upstairs and she shuts the door. And she's just like, what is going on? And she's like, I told you I would take care of it. And so at this point, I think the only people who know is Jamie's aunt and uncle and Mari's family. I think they're the only ones that know what was going on between them.
Yes.
And so Amanda does comfort Mari because after Jamie leaves, Mari's obviously devastated. And I mean, I will give props to Amanda for trying to comfort her sister. And then Jamie's aunt tries to comfort her. And so the thing with her uncle is I don't think that her uncle has been married to her aunt for very long. Because I can tell that, her aunt, I think her name was Beth, she does love Jamie very much. And she doesn't seem to have a problem that Jamie is gay.
I don't know. I think her aunt doesn't care for the religion. She only does it just to please her husband, which, in my offense, no offense to people who does this, if you're going into religion, if you're going to be in a relationship person who's religious, I recommend not doing that. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to put this, but if you have two different faiths, if you don't believe in faith, it just makes the relationship worse.
Or you could be adults about it and respect each other.
That too.
Like, if you are in a relationship with, say, you're an atheist and you're in a relationship with a Christian, or if you're Christian and you're in a relationship with an atheist, and if you ask your partner, hey, do you want to go to church with me? If they say no, don't like keep badgering them, don't like keep putting them down. Maybe every once in a while, like, are you sure you don't want to go? And if they say no, just respect that. Maybe eventually, maybe they'll be like, yeah, maybe I'll give it a try. But don't be a bitch about it.
I don't know. There's times I want to find a over religious person and just do that thing from The Exorcist. Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah, so anyway, so Jamie does end up going back home to her mother after all this. And an unspecified amount of time has passed, and Jamie wakes up in her dorm room with her girlfriend. And Jamie is going to go see her aunt. Doesn't mention anything about her uncle, just about her aunt. And Mari is there to pick her up. Well, Jamie meets Mari's 1.5, I think she said 1.5-year-old
Close.
son. That child, that baby, looked too young to be 1.5.
I agree, but here's the thing. It's going to take a long time, but let's just get this to the point, right?
Yeah, so Jamie talks about how she went to Europe because that's something that she wanted to do with her father. That she mentioned to Mari earlier in the film when Jamie had gone over to have dinner with her family, and she's talking about how they she did all that stuff that she wanted to do, and they take the long route to her aunt's house. They stop at the place where they used to mess around. And then she takes her back to the house, or to her aunt's house. Jamie goes to get out. Mari grabs her and she says something like, "Are you gonna let me go?" And like Mari said like no or something like that. And then Jamie cried.
In my opinion, Jamie should have just got out of the car.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
I think the thing is, like, even though it might have been a few years since they had broken up, it does seem like that they still really loved each other.
Yeah, but I just think the problem is if you still think you love each other but the problem is you can't get past your family or your religion. I just say I'm gone. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. So like Mike said, like the movie, it wasn't bad. It was very artsy. There were a few slow spots.
Even for an hour and a half movie.
Yeah, it was only an hour and a half. Well, I'm gonna pull up Rotten Tomatoes so I can get the if I can, because I am connected to Mike's Wi-Fi. I was wondering about that. So you can live forever. This movie did come out in 2022. So the critics gave it a 91%, and the audience gave it a 79%, so it has favorable reviews. Right, so the summary on Rotten Tomatoes says, in the early 90s, gay teen Jamie is sent to live with her devout Jehovah Witness relatives after the death of her father. Jamie makes an unexpected connection with Mariki, daughter of a prominent witness elder. The two are instantly drawn to each other and begin a secret, unspoken romance. But when their attraction becomes too obvious to hide, the community moves to separate the two, forcing them each to make a terrible choice between faith and love. The person who, Sarah Watts, she was the co-writer. She was actually a former witness, and she had a similar experience, but it's not biographical.
Right.
Just letting you guys know that. But It was actually, it was pretty good. But we were talking about Mike was talking about her mother, about Marky's mother. Her mother left the witnesses, and they had to pretend like she was dead, which didn't sit right with Jamie, because Jamie actually did lose lost her father. Um, but yeah, so that is You Can Live Forever. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, if you guys want to watch it, is on like I said earlier, it is on Netflix.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys next week's hint. Next week's hint is Founding Father. Mike said that this isn't a very good movie.
It's more like it's supposed to be a comedy, but it's one of those dumb comedies that you laugh, but it's also not really good either.
Okay, so
It stars Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
But and it will work well with our 4th of July theme.
Yeah, the next video will be coming out the day before the 4th of July. That's my mom's birthday, so my mom will be 62. So she's born in 64, so.
My dad was born in 64, so.
Oh God, our parents are the same age.
And aren't they technically boomers?
They are boomers. They are considered baby boomers, yeah.
Damn.
And we're considered millennials.
Yeah, but, it's hard to tell, because you know how, if you were born in the 80s, but they call you a 90s kid?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. I was born in 92, and I grew up during the 90s and 2000s. What'd that make me?
90s kid.
See,
okay, I was born in 86. So by the time the 90s hit, I was 4. So I think I am still considered a 90s kid, because I did grow up throughout most of the 90s, all the 90s actually.
Yeah, but it's just like people online keep saying, no, if you were born in the 90s, you're considered a 2000s kid. I'm like, but I was born in 92. And I remember when Cat Dog came out in SpongeBob.
If you were born, I'm going to say, if you were born probably between 1990 and 1995 or 96, I would say that you would be a 90s kid, because you grew up during most of the 90s.
Yeah, because remember, SpongeBob came out in 99, and who can't forget Pokemon coming out?
Pokemon was out when I was, that came out in, the early, mid-90s, actually.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at it, Pokemon started in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So it was before America got a hold of it. So you gotta think about Japan-wise. How...
The Pokemon franchise officially debuted on February 27th, 1996, with the release of Pokemon Red and Green for the Game Boy in Japan. The iconic franchise expanded rapidly into international markets and other media. Key milestone dates include video games. Red and Blue were released in the U.S. on September 28, 1998, with the international debut of Yellow following on October 18, 1999. The anime series, the original television show, premiered in Japan in April 1997 and officially began airing in the U.S. in September 1998. The trading card game, the TCG, the highly collectible card game, was first launched in Japan in October 1996 before releasing internationally in 1999. Pokemon Go, the augmented reality mobile game, released globally on July 7th, 2016. So I actually thought that the cards had been released in the United States way before 1999, but apparently not.
Yeah, but look at it this way. Wait, what time did it say when it debuted in Japan?
96, October of 96. The card game did.
Okay, so
the game came out February of 96.
Well, either way, because I know was it with the Power Rangers. See, it started in 93, or was it 92?
I don't know, but I remember watching it on Fox Kids or something like that.
Well, either way, but if all of you who don't know, if you're not a true nerd fan or nerds of the Power Rangers, you gotta know this. It started in Japan and it was called Super Sentai. It started in the 70s. Still going on today, I think. But in America, they canceled the Power Rangers.
Yeah, so Mike hopefully will be doing a deep dive on Power Rangers Super Sentai here soon.
If I do it, that's going to take a long ass time because.
And that's why I'll just sit here and just let you talk about it.
Okay, I'm in the middle of Kaku Ranger right now, and if you want to know, if you ever heard of Mighty Morphin Alien Ranger, it's like that song from Encanto. We don't talk about Bruto. Yeah, that's pretty much what we talk about.
Yeah. So the only Super Sentai I saw was called Deca Rangers, and the theme song went Deca, 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 Deca Rangers, and then for some reason the Pink Ranger was always in the bathtub at least once an episode. She just was in the bathtub for some odd reason.
Can confirm that on any video on YouTube.
Okay, so now we're definitely getting off topic because we should have ended this a while ago.
I feel like we had an ADHD moment there.
Definitely, yeah. So, like we said, next week's hint is Founding Fathers, so that was going out before the 4th of July. And we will see you guys then. Bye.